more than that. It got me looking forward and appreciating the life behind me as well. And that made me want to make this video. Maybe this seems direct or on the nose, but I just want to give you a diesel shot of motivation to push you into the new year with art vigor. I'm feeling good right now. I'm really looking forward to the next year of making art. I have a lot of plans and hopes and ambitions that are really pumping me up, and I feel like I just have a lot of confidence that I can pull it off. And if you're trying to do this art thing, I want you to feel something similar, rejuvenated, alive, fresh. I want to give that to you. So, what will we actually talk about to do that? Well, let's dip back into the stuff we covered at the beginning of this channel, specifically the first two videos, which were really all I needed to say on this channel. Everything else is sort of been an extrapolation of those two basic things. But let's go back into them and remind ourselves what we're really doing with all this art stuff. First off, no one knows what art is. One of the first videos on this channel was What is Drawing?, which presented the thesis that drawing isn't anything. Its lack of an essential essence allows it to be an infinite scope of things to an infinite scope of people. Looking back, about a year and a half since I made that video, I still feel this to be true. It's uncomfortable for me at times because so much of my time is spent delivering drawings professionally, which requires me to pretend that they are on real objective standards, and also training students, which also requires me to pretend that they're on real objective standards. Maybe pretend isn't the right word. I must perform within those contexts. It's my job as an actor on those stages to live and breathe the new year, even if I know it's just for fun. If you were acting in a scene where you needed to be angry to move the story along, it would be your responsibility to summon that anger as realistically as you could, thereby making it real for yourself in a sense, even if nothing could possibly happen on stage to make you forget that the anger is in service of the joy and fun of the play. And that's what it is. It's for fun. We think it isn't when our art director is chewing us out, when we're struggling to improve our skill or reflect a deadline, but it is. Fun in the broadest sense. Fun being enraptured interest. Enraptured, involuntary interest. We can't stop tangling with this strange thing that has captured our fascination in the most insistent way. That's fun. That is just the automatic engagement with something and turning it over and obsessing over it. That's it. Underneath the surging drama, there is no reason to engage in this most absurd practice other than its complete joy. The pure, lively, jaunty silliness of it. Don't worry, I understand that this is my particular viewpoint, but that is the beauty of the emptiness of joy. It can be whatever it needs to be to each individual because it is empty, because there's no essential, necessary part of it getting in the way of it being what we need it to be. This is a gift. This is an amazing capacity of the practice, and it's the most important thing for you to utilize as an artist. It comes before skill, it comes before techniques, it even comes before your ideas. It's the ability to decide for yourself what this means to you and what you need to do with it, what you need to put in and what you will get out of it. What I mean by get out of it is what small or incomprehensibly grand joys you will get out yours this evening. It's all you. You get to decide what this is. Do try not to go full Picasso and be an asshole. There's no need for that, but you do get to choose. You really do get to choose. That is the gift of the emptiness of drawing and making in general. The second video on the channel is how to get in the zone. Now, I made a whole lot of drawing meditation videos on this channel, but that one is really all you need. The three main points I'm trying to make are covered in that video. One, you make many unconscious decisions when you draw, which can be examined and magnified, but never fully understood. Two, upon close inspection, it becomes clear that you can't be quite sure where the drawing is happening. Your head, your hand, on the paper, doesn't fit anywhere, and your sense of authorship is quickly put under attack as you make progress down this road. And finally, three, when you release all of this and simply allow the drawing to unfold on its own, without your opinions and self-hood inflicted upon it, you disappear, and the process enters flow, which you have no regret. You're gone, because you were never there. You've just stopped standing up and insisting that you must be. That all always feels vaguely crazy to say, but I always wind up having to stick with it because when I scrutinize those points, they just reestablish themselves as true. It's the opposite view, that your sense of self is somehow close enough to the process to really control this thing and so have authorship over it, and all of the personal responsibility that goes with it. That's what feels under scrutiny.